I know we talked last year and you had a more healthy season. Feel like it was the same for you this year. How did it feel to definitely be able to be out there a little bit more? And it seemed like, as far as physically, it was a good year for you.
Yeah, feel pretty good. Body held up for the most part. Some nicks and small stuff going on, but nothing crazy, and I was able to be available every night. So, that's a good thing to be able to complete a full season.
And were you happy with your game?
For the most part, yeah. I feel like I started really, really well, which I tend to do, and cooled off a little bit, had a little bit of a dip in the middle of the season. Then I think I found my game again, the last 15 games or so, 10 games, and was really contributing some good minutes and affecting the game. So I think overall, for the most part, I am happy with my year, but I'd like to be a little more consistent.
I think this year's leadership group, obviously some similar faces, some new faces to it, but throughout your time here, it seems like, I've only been the last 4 years, but it seems like that's a really big emphasis from management, bringing in the right type of leaders. And as someone who's been here for a while, do you feel like that really makes a difference on the ice for the team, that they're kind of really making sure they bring in the right type of people here?
Yeah, definitely. I think that's a credit to management and the people making decisions on who to bring in here, because since I've been here, we haven't had a bad apple at all. Our leadership group tends to be a big one, which I think is a good thing as well. And you're exactly right. Like it's been good people coming in here year after year, and this year was no different. We had a lot of new faces, but they came in and found their footing quickly and were competitive, very competitive, and I think that's the biggest thing, and that's what you want from your leadership group, and I think we did a good job of that.
Like you said, a lot of new faces, a lot of young guys. Did anyone impress you most out of those young guys, and you just think that they're gonna be projected to be just great based off of how they are acting at a young age?
Yeah, I think every one of them impressed me, to be honest. They were thrown into some big situations, especially on the back end when we had some guys go down, and the young guys had to step up, and they did. I think you go throughout our whole lineup, the young guys were a big part of it, because there were so many of them, and that's a testament to them. And I think they got better every night. I think if you look at the guy that stands out to me right now, just because maybe recency bias, is Boother coming in after his injury and playing a couple of games and sliding right into the playoffs. I thought he was great, especially coming off an injury like that. And Devo, same thing. I think he maybe wasn't sure what to expect coming into the season, and I think by the end of the year he was playing good minutes for us, and I think he really improved over the year and go down the line. I mean, we can keep going. I could sit here and talk for 15 minutes, but Cromie, Frankie took huge steps, I think, and on down the line. So I think that's a good thing, and look for big steps from those guys over the summer as well.
It seemed like the team was pretty healthy down the stretch, and so an early playoff loss can't really look and say, okay, well, we were missing some guys due to health reasons, but you were missing Jeff Malott, and he's somebody that you mentioned to me. I know during camp you were just so excited about having him on the team from a personality perspective and from a hockey perspective. Watching what he's had happen the last couple of weeks, getting this opportunity, what's that been like for you as someone who had gotten pretty close with him, and great opportunity for him?
Yeah, huge opportunity, and we're all so happy for him. Obviously missed him, would have loved to have him, but we're so happy for what he's got going on right now, and it's so well deserved. I think from day one you could tell he was going to be good for us, both on the ice and off the ice. I think he was a huge part of our locker room, and I think honestly you can see it with the Kings right now too. He just slides seamlessly into any situation, and it's a testament to him and his character and the way he carries himself.
Long off season, what are your plans? You and the kids going anywhere?
Not really sure yet. Go home for July, go back to Montana for July, and do some fishing and see the family and stuff. But other than that, nothing really planned. We'll see.
How important has it been for you to figure out your contract and have things set up so that you can have a productive off season, so you don't have to spend time trying to worry about what's going on or trying to figure out what might be going on? Like, you end up, hey, you know, you're coming back, you're solid. How much does that help you set you up for next year?
Yeah, it's great. It's luckily it's been like that for the last, I guess, 6 of the 7 years. I've known way ahead of time that I'd be back the next season, which is great, especially family wise, to be able to set up the summer and you know, even set myself up workout wise, and to be able to work out here and skate here with really high level guys rather than working out by myself is a huge bonus, and it's very much appreciated by me and my family. And yeah, it's a special thing to be able to be here this long, something I take huge pride in, and you know, I truthfully would like to be here as long as I can, so we'll see.
Marco mentioned a couple weeks ago, it was a night that, you know, you made a particularly big impact into the game, and he was praising kind of everything that you're able to do both on and off the ice for the team. What's it been like kind of watching Marco grow over the past couple of years, and kind of see him really start to take the next step as a head coach of this group?
Yeah, I think he's made huge jumps personally, like just the way he carries himself. And you know, I missed his first year. Was the year I mostly missed, so I didn't really, you know, get to see anything. But I think last year he made huge steps throughout the year, and I think he did the same thing this year. I think he's just gotten better and better, and you know, he commands the room, he commands respect, or demands respect, I'm sorry. And you know, he just carries himself, and that's what you want in a leader. I've said it before. I think he does a good job of just everything. In-game adjustments, he just does everything very well, and it just keeps getting better and better, just like anyone else. So yeah, he's been great.
If you had to pick one thing to point out from the last week that maybe you think you guys need to learn from, what was something that maybe went wrong in the last couple days that you feel like could have been better and that maybe would have changed the series or the outcome?
Yeah, I just don't think we elevated anything enough. You know, you watch playoff hockey and it's more tense, more physical. Everything is elevated, every moment's elevated, and I just don't think we rose to that occasion, and we weren't ready for that. And I think, you know, it's something that needs to be addressed. It just didn't have the same feeling, and we can say what we want about the building situation. To me, I don't think it matters. A team that's going on a run gets through that. So yeah, it's unfortunate. We're all disappointed. The 3-game series bites us. That does not sit well with me at all, but that's the way it is, and we're not going to change that. So yeah, I just don't, in the end, I don't think we elevated our game or our intensity, physicality near enough. And a team like San Jose that's going to grind you down with some top end, high end guys, they just found a way, and we didn't.